Hello and welcome to the director's commentary on the I'm Freddy FAZBEAR rap full animation. Alright, let's get... Yes, they can hear you! Alright, let's get started right into it. So for this first shot, I wanted to make it seem scary, alluding, so people wouldn't know what it was. And then if we go on... So for this shot right here, shut up, bro. So for this shot, what I did was I used some red lighting to make it appear more like of a music video variety, make it seem more magical and fun. So for this shot here, you'd have to be a real true fan to notice this one. But if you look in, if you look in the window on the right, you can see Toy Freddy's shadow walking down the hall, foreshadowing his attack. Wait for it. You can see him walk down the hall, and then Freddy jump scares, right. And then Toy Freddy comes in, which was previously foreshadowed. This was a very intentional decision. And for this shot, you don't really pay attention to it, but I did have his eyes lock onto the camera during the jump scare, so that he is constantly focused on you. For this shot, I tried to make it so Toy Freddy was a lot like a traditional music video rapper. A lot like Eminem's old music videos from the early 2010s. That was my inspiration. For this shot, I wanted to use more of those cameras, like, switching constantly that people use a lot during, like, music videos. I wanted to make this section feel a lot like a normal music video. So if you notice, this is actually an animation error that I couldn't be bothered to fix. If you look right here during the smear frame, the mask actually goes through his hand, which is not intentional. Oh, and if you notice at this, his legs are kind of like fucked up. That's another animation error I did not fix. For this bit right here, this was something that originally was an animation error that I was going to fix, but I felt like I could go in a different direction with it because of how much longer the line was. Originally, he was meant to hold this pose as the camera pans, showing Toy Chica, but instead we had it slowly pan and have him point towards Toy Chica, have it be a bit separate as he focuses on the camera. Again, capturing that early 2000s music video aesthetic. For this was something that the guy I'm in the call with right now, they thought that this was going to be the thumbnail for the video. So this could have been a thumbnail, maybe in an alternate universe where I made this the thumbnail. This would be such a good thumbnail. It's like Mr. Beast. It's like a Mr. Beast thumbnail. He's like, oh my god, and he's pointing. He's pointing. It's like Mr. Beast. Yes. For this shot, the original plan was to have him rub his claw and his hand together, like, fucking sensually. But I ended up just having it pan to Toy Chica as she is, like, incredibly scarred by the fact that she is about to get touched by Foxy. This right here is my favorite transition in the entire film. As you can see, he loads back a punch and punches the camera, which pans into the next shot, which is beautiful. This shot right here is heavily inspired by this image of... I should have probably had this prepared. I like to rap. It was very inspired by this GIF, if I can find it. It was very inspired of this GIF. Where is it? Eminem looking down. If I can find it, it was very heavily inspired. Where is it? Whatever. Y'all might know what I'm talking about. There's an image of Eminem looking down and pointing at the camera. Yes, it was very... I think it might be in this music video. Let me see. Let's see if I can find it. I'm not even sure if it is this one, but it might be. Where is it? I don't think it is this one. Wait, I think I saw it. This shot. This shot of Eminem is what heavily inspired this scene of Springtrap, along with the other Springlings looking around at him. This shot was actually torture to produce because I couldn't find a model for a marionette. It took me like genuine hours of digging and searching to find a certain model pack that had a proper marionette. By the way, if you don't know this vocabulary, a marionette is the thing that is used to control string puppets. This right here has to be one of, if not my favorite frames in the entire thing, and I liked to use this as a teaser because it likes to highlight how, like, mysterious this could have been before the fans knew that this was going to be a music video. Oh, for this shot right here, you can just barely make out Afton as he slowly crawls through the tunnel, and as you can see, his hand lands on the beat, and he keeps crawling on the beat with the music. That was a very intentional design choice. This, in my opinion, is the worst shot in the entire thing. I don't know what's wrong with it, but there's something wrong with it. It just feels unpolished. I did like that transition. If you notice right here, his neck actually clips into the side of his torso. This was due to me accidentally moving the neck model instead of the head model when I was animating the shot. I didn't notice until post-rendering. The original idea for this shot was to have his full head poke off and keep the mask on, but due to an animation error, his mask actually got displaced out of frame for the first, render, and I thought it looked cool, so I just had his mask stay open. And for this one, I just thought it looked cool. Okay. Now, this mask opening right here is a very small and very unnoticeable detail, but it was originally not intentional. This was something that I did by accident, but I thought it looked kind of cool, so I kept it. For me, it was really hard to figure out what to do for this part of the song, because it's kind of unclear who is rapping "The party's not over, we're coming home with you." And so I decided to just keep the reference to FNAF 4 of the party, and we all know what happened on that party. That shot was tough. That shot was tough.
That shot was like the toughest shot in the thing, in the whole thing.
I low-key kind of agree.
Like that's actually tough.
For this one, I just wanted to do it more kind of like the first few scenes, being more like music video-esque, you know? And I liked to, here, I'll show it in a sec. This shot is very consistent with the lyrics matching up to the actions he is performing. It's a lot more literal. So when he says, "I'm in your head," he points at his head near the hippocampus region, to emphasize how he's in your head. I know, the lighting was very intentional. I loved lighting this shot. I feel like the actual animation bit wasn't the best, but I like it. I like this shot because it immediately doesn't reveal where he's doing, especially with how the camera is angled at his head, until he says the lyrics, in which it is revealed that he is... in which it is revealed that he is, in fact, in your bed. Originally, I didn't know what to do with this scene, so I kind of just, if you notice, he's just coming out of the wall, and even before the shot, if you look right here, right here, if you look right, where's the frame? You can see him slowly start to clip out to the wall. Originally, I was going to have the light flicker twice as Foxy comes into frame here, and this is a misconception. This is, in fact, Foxy's model, and not Freddy. It is kind of hard to tell because of how dark it is. This is indeed Foxy. I was going to have it flash again here and reveal Foxy, but I felt like it just looked cooler, having only the lights appear of his eyes. I really enjoyed animating this shot. This shot was fun. I like having characters like slide into frame before doing something important. And originally, for a good portion while I animated all of the Foxy bits, he just kind of stood there. Freddy just stood there. And so he has a bit more motion here, at least before the end of the shot. And this tongue right here, I originally was just resting down here, and it felt so much emptier. So what I did was instead just have it curved, have it be more tentacle-like. For this shot, you can actually see back here, his legs are practically not moving. They have no animation, so it's mostly just his torso moving towards you. This one, honestly, I didn't know what to do. I just had a lot of flickering lights as he bit your head off. I don't know. 5 of 87. This part was, like, one of the things I procrastinated most animating. Not for any specific reason, but just because I had a lot on my schedule. So there was probably a few days in between me animating the Freddy part and this part. This is one of my favorite shots in the entire thing right here. I love having the light, like, really shine on him, showing how he's the star of the show. It's very media descriptive, you know? But you also can notice a bit of an error. It's not really an error, just an inaccuracy that I would change if I could. His jaw is ever so slightly tilted this way, when it's supposed to be straight ahead. Another error, well, not an error, but a mistake I made with this shot, is I feel like I had his torso be too still. I feel like I could have added more pressure, at least as he moved his arms up. But I still do kind of like how this shot turned out. This one, you can notice here, he doesn't have proper eyelids, so his eyes just kind of tweak out here. This right here is one of my favorite shots in the entire thing. I love the way the shadow enhances what's going on in the foreground, and I love the way he slowly glides down as he says fun. And you can also notice, right here, his inner jaw, the inner jaw, is kind of diagonal before he starts it, because I really wanted to emphasize the like power in that line, the fun, you know? Right here, this, like, half a second of him just standing in the air, that is an error. I meant to get rid of it. I just forgot, low-key. Oh, I almost forgot. Back. This Freddy, the Bonbon model right here with the Freddy up here, is a completely different model than this one. I originally just animated the Bonbon, but it felt too empty, so I added the extra bit. What did you say? It does. This one, I didn't have any ideas for this line, so I just kind of made him tweak out at his hand. I don't know what I was doing, but it turned out okay. He was just tweaking, man. I gave them party hats. He said party. It's close enough, you know?
Party hat not moving his head.
It did, but very slow. Very slow comparison. Oh, and you can see for one frame here, Funtime Freddy leans in for a jump scare right before his section ends. This is one of my favorite sections in the entire thing, but there are a few errors. Originally, this was going to be Circus Baby, because I didn't realize that it was supposed to be Charlotte's voice. So I changed it. I never really animated Circus Baby, but she was kind of like the template that I used to model his actions based off of. You can notice here, I didn't notice this until post-posting, but you can see his arm actually glides through his torso here, which was not intentional. It was supposed to go around. If you can notice, I like to, especially with Afton, he was one of my favorite characters to animate in this project, I like having his ears flow with his movements, having them slide back and glide separately from his main movements. For this one, I had the bass from this bit of the song was actually the bit that inspired me to start the animation in the first place. I just thought the image of Phone Guy tasing the hell out of Bonnie would be really funny. And also, outside of this shot, if I extend this shot at all, you will see he actually starts doing the 6-7 motion with his hands. He does go up and down like 2 times outside of the shot. That's just a little secret for me. He does go 6-7 though.
The appropriate thing is to shock them.
For this shot, I didn't really know how to like accentuate the shock because I couldn't find any like electricity particles, so I had the light dim out slowly and then light on. And as you can see, if you actually like look at the frame slowly, if I can get onto it, you can see Bonnie's just tweaking the hell out, like genuinely tweaking. And you can tell with the shadow, I did actually animate the legs. Originally, the camera was meant to be a lot further back, and he was meant to be posted up on his chair, having both his legs relaxed, but I only put one. If you check right here, here's another little error for the trivia. You can see his arm actually disconnects from the rest of his body in that shot. It's kind of hard to see. But you can see his arm is a bit lower, and it's twisted in a way it's not supposed to be. For this shot, I actually grayscaled most of the lighting, which is why it feels so much more, like, empty, you know? And that was an intentional design. For this bit, originally I was going to have the mask just disappear, but I wanted to try and replicate that film effect that a lot of film have, where they would, like, stutter up and down before shutting off. So that's what I did. And then lastly, for the credits were kind of harder than you'd expect. I just had to type out every single name of every modeler who made any models in this, and that took a long time. That was annoying. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you like this director's cut. Yeah, have a Merry Christmas.